We do have, though, some breaking news to report. We're going to move from the Pentagon now to the Department of Justice here. I have a press release in my hand, and this is quite a huge story here. I want to put up some of this video. Take a look at this. All right, so this is what we know right now, that according to the Justice Department, they today announced charges against a citizen of Afghanistan residing in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for conspiring to conduct an Election Day terror attack in the United States on behalf of ISIS. As you know, ISIS, of course, is a designated foreign terrorist organization. According to the criminal complaint filed today, that who you see there, his name, Nasser Ahmad Tawadi, he's 27 years old. He conspired and attempted to provide material support to ISIS and obtain firearms and ammunition to conduct the violent attack on U.S. soil in the name of ISIS. As part of the plot, the defendant allegedly took steps to liquidate his family's assets, resettle members of his family overseas, acquire AK-47 assault rifles and ammunition, and commit a terrorist attack in the United States. I'm reading from the press release by the Department of Justice. It's quoting Attorney General Merrick Garland. Garland says this: as charged, the Justice Department foiled the defendant's plot to acquire semi-automatic weapons and commit a violent attack in the name of ISIS on U.S. soil on Election Day. So Garland went on to say, we will continue to combat the ongoing threat that ISIS and its supporters pose to America's national security, and we will identify, investigate, and prosecute the individuals who seek to terrorize the American people there. So I want to go on to say just a little bit more about the criminal complaint itself. The DOJ says as part of the investigation into Tawadi right there, the FBI searched his phone and obtained communications between Tawadi and a person who facilitated recruitment, training, and indoctrination of persons who expressed interest in terrorist activity and who Tawadi understood to be affiliated with ISIS there. So this is quite something, quite a plot being foiled right now by intelligence agencies and the Department of Justice 28 days ahead of the presidential election here. So that's why we're bringing you this story right now. This is really quite something, and you're seeing that right there. We also have some tweets as well from members of Congress and reporters reacting to this. Reading more, though, from the criminal complaint. They say this: Tawadi was also seen in a video, and that's what you're seeing, a still image from that video right there, recorded on July the 20th, reading to two children text that describes the rewards a martyr receives in the afterlife. Tawadi also allegedly accessed, viewed, and saved ISIS propaganda on his iCloud and Google account, participated in pro-ISIS Telegram groups, and contributed to a charity which fronts for and funnels money to ISIS. The complaint alleges that while liquidating their family's assets prior to the attack, Tawadi there and his co-conspirator, who is a juvenile, advertised the sale of the family's personal property on Facebook. Now, at the FBI's direction, a confidential human source responded to inquire if a computer was still for sale. The FBI source noted that he needed the computer for a new gun business he was starting, which ultimately led Tawadi and the juvenile to meet with the source and other FBI assets at a rural location to test firearms. Tawadi also expressed interest in purchasing two AK-47 assault rifles, magazines, and ammunition from the source. Now, the case is being investigated by the FBI Oklahoma City field office with assistance with the Oklahoma City Police Department and the Moore, Oklahoma Police Department. He was charged with conspiring and attempting to provide material support to ISIS, which carries a maximum prison sentence of 20 years, and receiving a firearm to be used to commit a felony or a federal crime of terrorism. That carries a maximum prison sentence of 15 years here. So I want to put this up from our colleague, Fox's Bill Melugin, with a screen grab there of the criminal complaint itself. And Bill has it that the FBI has arrested an Afghan national who they say was plotting an ISIS-inspired terror attack on Election Day to target large crowds. According to the FBI, he entered the United States on September 9th, 2021 on a special immigrant visa. That was days after the disastrous U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Now, remember, the withdrawal took place on August the 15th. And this individual here entered the United States on September the 9th that year on a special immigrant visa. So you can do the math there on how many days that was. Also, Oklahoma Republican Senator James Lankford saying this: the charges brought against Nasir Ahmad Tawedi in Oklahoma for plotting an Election Day terror attack on U.S. soil is a stark reminder that our nation continues to face threats from those who hate our freedom and want to do us harm. So wanted to make sure we squeeze that story in on this very busy Tuesday. As you know, we are still in full Hurricane Milton coverage mode, but that was a major story. Of course, here on Live Now from Fox, we are your go-to source for all things politics this close to the presidential election, and the DOJ just saying they have foiled a plot that was to be carried out on Election Day by an Afghan national who came to the United States on a special immigrant visa back in September of 2021 here. But in the meantime,